Okay, good day to my grade 11 or grade 12 students that are taking Physics 1. So for this video, I'll be showing you how to answer a problem on translational and translational and rotational equilibrium involving a ladder. Let's read the problem. A 2-meter, 3-kilogram ladder rests at an angle of 37 degrees on a rough floor and leans against a rough wall. If the coefficient of friction is 0.4 on both surfaces, how far up the ladder can the 40-kilogram girl travel before it starts to slip? So as far as our equations for translational and rotational equilibriums are concerned, the variable that we are actually looking for is the lever arm of that of the girl, right? Okay, so to answer this problem, let us begin with the more basic, which is the coefficient of, no, not coefficient, summation. I'm getting mixed up with the terms. Summation of forces along X, and let us also do with summation of forces along Y, and then later on we'll have the summation of forces for the torque. But actually before that, let me use blue. Yan. Kasi red yung ating ladder. Let us identify the force vectors that are present, that are acting on this ladder. So we can begin with, of course, the weight of the ladder. And since the ladder is a uniform matter, so let us consider the middle to be, as our center of gravity, to be the source point of our weight for the ladder. Let's label that WL. And our center of gravity for the woman, and we'll call this WW, weight of the woman. And as for the floor and the ladder, of course, since the floor is the contact surface for the ladder, we draw a force vector perpendicular to that, which is our normal force, the support force coming from the ground. We call this FNG. Let's use small letter G for ground. And if the ladder is going to slip, which direction will it slip to? Eastward, right? So that means our friction has to be westward because friction opposes motion. So this is going to be FFG. I hope the blue arrow that I have is visible. Now, with regards to the wall, then we have normal force, again, perpendicular from the contact surface. This is our FNW because from the wall. And then if, again, the ladder is going to slide, it's going to slide this time with respect to the wall southward, right? So that makes our friction northward. So this will be our FFW. Okay? So for our FFX, let me go back to black. What are the forces that we see acting along the x-axis? We have two, the FNW and the FFG. And we can see with the direction of their arrowheads, they're opposite. So we can just simply write this equation for the x-axis to be FNW equals FFG. But we also know by definition, FFG is also equivalent to coefficient of friction on the ground, but according to the problem, the same coefficient for both the wall and the ground or the floor. So we'll just use the subscript mu. Okay, no distinction whether it's W or G. It's the same 0.4. So coefficient times the normal force that where that friction is going to be present. So we will have FNG. Okay, so this is saying F and W is also equivalent to coefficient times F and G. Is there anything that we can do with this equation? Anything we can solve for? The only thing that we have here is the coefficient, right? So let's leave this for now and let's move on to the y-axis where we have more forces that we can see here. Let's begin with those that are northward. So we can see we have the FFW. If there's any more northward, we have to add that up to our FFW. And we see one that is our FNG. Is there any more? Wala na. Okay. So yung mga opposite directions goes on the other side of the equation symbol. We have the WL, the weight of the ladder, plus the weight of that of the woman. Okay. So, the weight, the two weights, yan, medyo kaya na natin yan. It says there the weight of the ladder is 3 kilograms. And that of the woman, i-add na natin, 40 kilograms. And we multiply these two with the acceleration due to gravity. So we can acquire this whole thing on the right side of our equation. So the WL and WW will come out to be 421.4. Okay. And also, by definition, again, for friction, we know that FFW is mu times FNW. Okay. We are defining what FFW is equivalent to. Okay? Just like what we did doon sa ating x-axis. Okay. So it seems that we can have F and W as our common variable here, which tells us that from the previous equation, the one here on top, it tells us there that F and W is equivalent to coefficient F and G. So, which means if we want to take the definition of F and W here from the x-axis, we can rewrite F and G into F and W over mu. Can you follow? Dito po natin nakuha yan. Let me... Ito is equivalent to here. Then, since we are looking at F and G and what F and G is equivalent to based on those two variables that I underlined with green, yan. So, it came out to this. Why? Why are we doing this? Para dito pa lang sa equation na to, from the summation of forces along the y-axis, at least we can solve for one more variable. Dahil so far, ang meron pa lang tayo is the combined weights of the ladder and the weight of the woman. Okay? Or of the, ang tawag sa kanya? Girl. Ayan. Okay. So, from here, this tells us that on the first one, that's equivalent to 0.4. And on the second one, 0.4 kasi yun yung value ng coefficient. On the second one, it says 1 over 0.4. And if we do that, 1 divided by 0.4 gives us 2.5. 1 divided by 0.4 results to 2.5. Okay, so that tells us we have F and W and 2.5 plus 0.4 gives us 2.9, right? 2.9. Okay, so for us to solve for F and W, let's take this out from the left side and moving it on the right side of the equation, it will become a divisor, so 2.9. So therefore, we can solve for our F and W. So our F and W is 421.4 divided by 2.9. Okay, so we have the value for F and W. 145.21 because on the calculator it says 145.20689. So round off to 2 decimal places. So 0.21 newtons. Okay, so is there anything else that we can do here? So if F and W is 145.21, so that can help us solve for F and G, right? So we can get this value and use it on our x-axis equation and solve for FFG. Oh no, F and G. Okay, so F and G will be 145.21 over 0.4. Okay, I hope you're following so far. Divided by 0.4, 363.02 newtons. And yeah, of course, we can also use this to solve another force. Actually, no, hindi na pala. I take that back. Kasi sabi nga pala dito, F and W is equal to FFG. So that tells us that 145.21 is also our FFG. Okay? Yeah, sige, let me box those force that we have equivalents to. Napagsama na pala natin yung weight of the ladder and weight of the woman. Teka lang ha. Magandang isolve na rin natin separately kasi mamaya for our torque, gagamitin din natin yan. Sulat ko na lang ng pula. So the weight of the ladder is 29.4 newtons. And for the girl, separate from the ladder, it's 392 newtons for the weight of the girl alone. Okay po? Okay, so all of that did not help us yet in getting the value of how distance the girl must be on the ladder before the ladder starts to slip. So for that, we have to formulate our torque equilibrium equation. But before we can formulate, let us identify what point on the ladder will be our axis of rotation. And the best would be the one here at the bottom, because it is the point where the ladder is likely to rotate anyway. It's most possible. If it's going to rotate, that's the most possible place where it will happen. Plus, it also helps us eliminate how many forces we have here in total? 6. We get to eliminate 2 of the 6 forces acting on the ladder. Okay, so let us identify what are the forces that are going to cause clockwise rotation. So we see that would be the FFW. Another that will cause clockwise rotation will be the torque from FNW. That's it. And the forces that will cause the counterclockwise rotation will be the torque coming from the weight of the ladder plus the torque plus, because it's going to do the same effect, the weight of the woman. That's why we had to get the separate weight values of the ladder and of the woman. Okay, so let us expand this equation let us expand torque using its equation. So torque is equal to force times the lever arm. Lever arm refers to how far the force is from the axis of rotation. which is this point here. Let me label this as capital G. I hope you're seeing that on my screen. And sine theta. Now, this theta refers to the angle between the force and the lever arm. Okay, our lever arm is along the ladder. Okay, so the force here definitely would be our FFW. FFW. Do we have that already? Wala pa yata, no? Nasolve na ba natin yung FFW? Hindi pa. But we can. Hold on ha. Sandali lang po. We can. Okay, if FFW, let me use this color. FFW is mu 0.4. Okay, 0.4 times F and W is 145.21. So FFW will be 58.08 newtons for the FFW. Let me enclose this in a box so it doesn't go unnoticed. Okay, so FFW, we have 58.08 times the lever arm. How far is the FFW from the, of course, it's going to be the entire length of the ladder. So we have there 2. Hindi ko na lang po nilagay yung units ha, kasi feeling ko hindi magkakasya. And then, sine theta. Okay, so here's the intriguing part. Let me zoom this in. Okay. Analyze with me. What then will be the angle Wait, this is not helping me. Ayan. I need more space on this side. Okay. I want us to analyze what angle should we use. Okay, let me extend this ladder this way. Yan, pwede yan. Okay, so with that, we are referring to this angle. Yan, this angle right here. Or, we have another option. Pwede rin naman natin gamitin from here, always starting from the arrow that symbolizes our FFW. Okay, so from here to here, no? From our ladder. Doon ko po nilagay kasi doon nagsimula yung aking ano eh. Doon po ako nag-end ng aking angle kasi if you notice, dito ko rin binarrowing yung aking tail. No? Anyway, kahit na iangat mo yan, di mapupunta ako doon sa pangalawang red na ladder. Okay, ang sabi sa atin ay this is 37 degrees. This one is 37 degrees. So, if that is 37, so what is this angle? Bago tayo pumunta dun sa may FFW and the lever arm. So, if this is 37 and this right angle here, of course, is 90. So, ito pong ating nasa taas will be 53. Yes? Okay, so if that is 53, what's our missing angle? Yan, what's our missing angle? So, kung gagamitin natin yung red, no? Ito, this part here, this alone is already 90 degrees. Tama? Okay, so ibig sabihin, pagdating dito, 90 degrees din to. Yes? So, meron na tayong 90 degrees ha, yung sa taas, sa upper part ng red angle. Plus, itong nasa baba, nasa bottom, kasi the red angle doesn't end there just at 90 degrees. Nag-extend pa siya pababa. But since we already know that this side is this one, I'll shade it black. Ayan. This one is already 53 degrees, which the part that I don't need for the remaining angle that I'm looking for. Ano ngayon, yung nandoon sa lumabis, doon sa 90. Of course, that will be the 30 So 90 plus the 37 degrees is 127. Okay po? Or we can use the black one. So ito namang black, kung mapapansin ninyo, from black, let me use a different color. From green, kung ititrace natin yan, kung pagsasamahin natin yung green at yung buong black, yung red, yung green pala, pinagsamang black and red, it makes 180. Yes? O ngayon, kung ang kailangan lang natin is yung black, sabi ko nga, we can use either the black or the red. O, so ano naman po yung black na yan? If the red is 127, so if we deduct that from 180, so we get 53. So this is 53. So either we use 127 or 53. This is the angle that represents the angle between the FFW and the lever arm. Either the 127 or the 53. Okay po? Sige, so much with that. That's actually math. Pero kung mas memorize na natin yung mga rules in identifying like angles, mga similar triangles, ayan, so maging mas madali sana sa atin. Okay? Sige po. So let's go back to our equation. So sine 53. Sine 53 plus FNW. Our FNW is 145.21 times the lever arm, since nandun din siya sa dulo ng ladder prior to the, well, in respect to the G. So we also have 2 meters for that. And sine, okay, so what now is our angle for F and W? Should I zoom in again? Ayan, so we can analyze what angle we need to use. Sorry ha, kung nahihilo na kayo sa aking paggalaw-galaw. Napalaki yung zoom in ko. Okay. What angle we're looking for as far as F and W and the lever arm is concerned is this one. This is our F and W, and this is our lever arm. Ayan. So we are looking for this angle. Yes, it's 37. Actually, sarili ko lang yung kausap ko yun. Kasi mag-isa lang ako ginagawa ko tong video. Gamit ko yung, nag-create kasi ako ng sarili kong class na ang student ko ay yung anak ko. Ayan, si Eli. But of course, he's not here to listen to my lecture. 37. Okay, so this sets up our clockwise side of the torque equation, and we're going to equate this to that of the torques causing counterclockwise. Weight of the ladder. Okay, so weight of the ladder is, yan, kaya sinolve natin sila separately. 29.4 newtons. Gano'ng kalayo yung yung ladder, yung weight of the ladder from the axis of rotation? It's a 2-meter ladder. Okay, so our lever arm is 1. Yan, sine. Yan. Sine, what's the angle between them? So if this angle here is 37, we want this angle. Okay, it is 53 degrees. Plus the weight of the woman, 392 times, yun, that's the variable we are looking for. L of the woman, the lever arm of the woman, times sine 53. Okay, the rest is math. So if you're going to use this equation, transpose, what you need to transpose, do the math part, the answer is 0.77 something, but if rounded off, it should result to 0.78. And this answers the question in the problem. It's 0.78. Tingin ko ang karaniwan na naging problema natin is identifying the forces, really understanding the situation in the problem. That's one. And determining the angle, because the angle really plays a major role. Some of you are still struggling with finding the lever arm, but I hope by listening and watching this video, medyo mas na-clarify yung mga misunderstandings natin dito sa lesson na to. Okay? So, thank you for listening, for watching.